What's up, boys? I just wanted to make a video real quick talking about how I grew and developed into a better man instead of being a victim and blaming everything in my life. Um, First off, when I was very young, I changed schools into a completely new environment. I went from being a city kid to going to the country and not knowing anybody, and I was always a small, skinny kid, and during school I didn't really have any friends, so what I would do instead of building connections, I would just distract myself and just play video games all day. And obviously that's not the right thing to do. Um, I was always picked last in sports. I had a hard time learning in school. I couldn't stay focused, and I could tell that the kids saw me as less. So naturally, I adopted that identity, and I always just saw myself as less. Going into high school, I started playing sports, and that really made me get out of my comfort zone. And I got introduced to the weight room, and that was one of the biggest things, or one of the greatest things that's ever came to me. Um, I completely changed my body. I ran a 460 40-yard dash freshman year, and then going into my senior year I ran a 4.5. So like I completely transformed my body. But I was chasing the wrong things. I was chasing women. I was chasing validation from other kids because I never thought I was good enough. um I never appreciated my accolades. I just self-sabotaged my entire life until now. Um, so yeah, I was good in high school, and I developed a good physique, kinda. Not bad for high school, but definitely not on the terms of what I have right now. But yeah, I just chased the wrong things in high school. I was a bad kid. I didn't really do work. I didn't focus on school. All I really cared about was sports and girls, and if I wasn't doing that, I was out partying or just playing video games all day and night, staying up late, skipping class, which I didn't realize those were all bad things. I was just a kid, and I was just chasing pleasure. But yeah, I just chased a lot of the wrong things in high school, and I kind of burned a lot of bridges. And that's all because I truly wasn't happy with what I saw in the mirror, but I didn't know that because I had all these distractions. I never had time to myself. I was either always on my phone or chasing that next dopamine hit, chasing that next woman, constantly driving people out of my life, and it all led me to this point. So I was in college, and I was in a relationship with a good girl a girl who I thought who was good at the time, which she is not, sadly. But I self sabotaged really bad. I went to school thinking that I was lesser than everyone. Basically, I in high school I just became just bigger than everyone, and I had to do that because then I wasn't small anymore, which was I was the smallest guy in that school mentally. What I How I saw myself, I was the smallest guy in that school. And when I got into college for football, I completely self sabotaged, and I compared myself to others real bad, and I thought I was less because people told me I was less in my childhood, so I just identified with less. But like I keep saying, I didn't know it was a problem because I kept distracting myself with just bullshit all the time. And I self sabotaged so bad that I hit rock bottom. And um David Goggins calls this the split second decision, and I made the split second decision and I quit. I quit on myself, I quit on the team. And that decision will forever haunt me, but it's made me who the man I am today. So I don't have any regrets in life. And I quit. And I went home defeated, crying, a 4-hour drive home, crying, Quit without even telling my coach. I was scared of confrontation. Drove 4 hours in the dark, crying the whole time. I just wanted to go home and see that girl. I just wanted some comfort, And I got home, and those 6 months were the worst 6 months of my life. I didn't do shit. I was paralyzed. I self-sabotaged my relationship with her. I thought I wasn't worthy of love, and I just couldn't. I couldn't stay committed, and I couldn't even commit to my own goals and my own dreams, so how would I commit to a woman? No way in hell. But turns out that was the best thing for me, because I was in a place so bad that it was harder for me to stay the same than for me to change and grow. Because if I would have stayed the same man, mentally, physically, I don't know where I'd be right now. It's kind of scary to think about, but I started just one day I was in my bed. I quit school, and I looked up at the ceiling, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking ever feel like this again. And I made the change. I fucking cleaned my room, cleaned my truck. They were all nasty as fuck. Cleaned them all spotless. I started to just destroy that foundation I've built in my head of who I was, the stories I was telling myself, the stories I was telling other people. I started to completely just say, fuck those stories. Fuck what happened to me. Fuck my past failures. I'm going to restart and do it for me and not do it for anyone else. And I did. And it took a while. And I used a lot of that pain I had. I used it in the gym. And I used it in my notepad. And I wrote down why things made me feel that way and what consequences my actions had. And I got better from it. I learned that your actions have consequences. No, they're not good or bad, but they lead you down to different paths of life. In the past, I was going down in life, I wasn't going to make it that far. I was too comfortable. I was scared of confrontation. Now I welcome all that shit. I welcome pain. I welcome hard conversations, hard times, because I know I'm built for it. I'm built for that shit. I basically put myself in the fire like a fucking sword and became a completely different thing. Like, damn, I was a dagger. Now I'm a fucking claymore. All because I said, you know what? I'm better than the stories that I told myself. That I'm worth more than that. Yes, I may be a piece of shit right now, but I can change that. I can always change. I can always get better. Every fucking day I can get better. No matter what. That's the biggest life lesson I've come to know, is that I can change. I can stop, take a second, and realize that I'm going down to the wrong path. And I did realize that, and I changed it. I changed my habits. I changed the way I think. I changed the way I eat. I changed the way I interact with people. And now I have people coming to me for advice and their problems and on their journeys and and obviously the gym too, but I'm a big believer on change and growth. If you're not growing, you're dying, brother. That's what I believe in. And I was dying. And that's why I felt so bad. And right now I have the most clear fucking head that I've ever had in my life. I know who I am. I say who I am. I do the things I'm going to say. Back then, shit, I was probably lying to myself every day. Oh, you're going to do that? My actions were not aligning with my values. And now they do. And now that's why I have the voice. And I want to build the platform to help guys like me. Guys that quit on themselves. Guys that needed that mentor, needed that fucking just fire lit under their ass, because I needed it. I had nobody. You won't have anybody in this fucking life, man. You only have yourselves. You come in this world alone, you die alone. You only have you. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save me. We're all in this fucking together, dude. We're all in this together. We have to fucking carve our own paths. And I literally became a new man. A completely different man. Because I realized that I have complete control over my life. You have complete control over your life.